Good evening, good night, good afternoon, all that good stuff I used to say. I don't even say it no more. Welcome to another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. We are live in the building each and every week. Like I said, welcome to another episode of M.A.N Cave. This is what we do. This is y'all's way of getting what happens actually in a man cave. This is the only way that man cave does not stay in man cave. Usually what goes on in man cave stays in man cave, but this is your sneak peek into real life conversation, real life topics that we talk about in man cave.
Actually, man, this is a education station.
It is.
This is
we educate, we inspire, and we entertain.
Never forget, gentlemen, we're trying to keep your money. If you don't listen to us, you're going to do some stupid relationship stuff and a woman going to take your cash. So please listen to what we are telling you.
We are trying. And as a matter of fact, we're going to get into some stuff because, ladies, we even answer your questions because a lot of y'all want to know what happens going on in Man Cave. We answer your questions and all that. So we're going to get into all that good stuff. But I can't start the show without, first of all, letting y'all know who is in the room with us each and every week. To my left, to my right. My brother from another mother, it's my man Mike, is in the building.
What up?
Got on his all blue. Hey, Mike, specifically for you, I brought back the bell.
Yes, sir.
I brought back the bell. Mike has been asking for the past couple weeks, where the hell has been the bell? There is the bell, Mike. We brought the bell back.
Whenever something, if y'all don't know, whenever something is said that's profound, it could be just out of control, just whatever. If it's something extra, you get that.
You get the bell. Or if you say something stupid, you get the bell. Yeah. So the bell is back. Just FYI. The bell was in season 1 of Man Cave. When we was actually at the studios. We in the actual real life Man Cave. And it is what it is. And speaking of real life man caves, we could not do this show without being in the real life man cave. And it's actually his man cave. So again, as I say every week, if we ain't on air, it's this dude's fault right here.
Bell it. I tell you something. If we ain't in here, that means somebody messed up. They done messed up the church's money.
Somebody ain't paid the bill.
And somebody ain't paid the bill. So long as everything is kosher, I'm cool and I'm in the house, baby. So I'm happy.
My man Black is in the building with us. Yes. Hey, as you can see, it's 4 of us at the table today. We got special guests. Another Black. We got Robinson. We got Black. Black is in the building. My man Jarrell is in the building. He's with us to give his perspective this day on Man Cave. Jarrell, welcome to Man Cave, brother.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Most
big homie.
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. We like to have special guests in the building from time to time. Take a little sip on the drinks, get in a conversation, and get his perspective on stuff. So, you know, Jarrell, you're welcome to the Man Cave at any point in time, fella.
Good.
I appreciate you. Everybody also, you know, we got a huge lineup of guest appearances coming through, and if you want to be a guest on the Millionaire M.A.N Cave, hey, make sure you send us an email or go to the website, and that is
info@re-tv.net. info@re-tv.net
is
and the website info@re-tv.net.
All right, bam.
All right, that right there. Or you can hit us up at the website www.re-tv.net.
Man, I ain't in typing class.
re-tv.net.
All right, bam. And then you want fries for that?
You stupid. Speaking of re-tv.net, this is the only place you can actually find Millionaire M.A.N Cave. So go ahead and make sure you download the Millionaire M.A.N Cave. Download the RETV app to your mobile device, your cell phone, your tablet, your whatever. Or, like I said, you can catch us on the website. It's the only place you can actually watch.
I thought we had came up. I thought we had Man Cave is that big. We got a Man Cave out there.
It's that big.
We getting there. You know, go ahead and download.
Overtime, though, ain't no work.
Go ahead and download the app because, again, you can only find Millionaire M.A.N Cave on RETV. So download the app. Go ahead and watch us on the website as we get it in, or subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And you can get your questions in.
Exactly. Because ladies, We do answer your questions. As a matter of fact, usually we get a little conversation going on first, but I think today, let's go ahead and start out with our question of the week. Usually, ladies, if you have any questions you want to submit and you want to have the men answer your questions, go ahead and submit your questions on social media. You can submit them at the same email address, info@re-tv.net. And we'll go ahead and play your questions live on air, and you will get the perspective from the man. Now, I will say,
Get to him, dog. Get to him.
don't ask. My wife has always told me from day one when I met her, she said, do not ask me a question you are not prepared for the answer for.
Okay.
So, ladies, don't ask a question you don't want the truth about.
And ladies, I don't know you. I don't have anything against you, but I'm just gonna answer how we answer. That's how it is. So
don't ask a question that you ain't ready for the answer for. Don't get your feelings hurt and write in the man cave talking about.
And I love the questions we get. I love some of the questions we get, man. Because some of the questions is some questions I've been wanting to ask myself, and it's just hard asking questions yourself when you got certain situations going on.
Yeah,
you need somebody else to intervene and ask some of these questions. So y'all actually help me too. You know. So
we're gonna dedicate a good about 10-15 minutes to answering your question. So you're gonna get a good thorough answering. So matter of fact, we're gonna start with the question of the day. We got 50 million remotes on the day on the table. This is the one I always use every week. So we're gonna go with this one.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yep. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
So here's what I want to know from a man's point of view. Why do men feel that women are nagging them when women are trying to clarify something and just communicate well? That's what I would like to know. Why do men always have it in their head that the woman is nagging?
All right.
So that's what I want to know.
Okay.
Can you answer that question for me? Thank you.
Okay. Y'all heard the question. Why do men feel like women are nagging when they just simply when women just simply want to clarify their point or clarify what they have said? Why do men feel like women are constantly nagging? She could have stopped the question right there. She had to go to part 2 of the question.
Black always say, black 1, black 2. Black always say, you already know the answer.
You already know the answer.
Who want to go first?
Her question is unclarified.
Her question is, you do that. You be like, can you clarify the question?
Her question just baffles me. I don't know, man. I want to take a couple of seconds to think about what.
Okay. Who want to go first?
Well, nagging. First of all, nagging is a negative word to me.
It is.
So I don't want to come at it from the perspective of I feel like my wife is nagging, because I don't.
Hold up, dog.
However,
we ain't talking about your wife, man. Don't.
Just
we ain't talking about your wife.
He said, don't make it personal. He
Don't
said, don't make it personal.
I'm about to go in. See, I just want to make. I don't want to be guilty about association. Because if you start saying something about your wife, what I'm about to say, my wife might think I'm talking about her. I'm talking in general, so I want to make sure that's separate. So he is not talking about his wife.
Okay, so in general, women.
Just an FYI, she can be like, I know you talk about me. You already started that damn question.
Because that actually helped me out. Because, in general, women repeat themselves over and over again. And so that's when men will, quote unquote, say nagging. But it's clarifying. If you want to clarify, maybe find a different way to say it. Or something. But when you just saying the same thing over and over, I'm like, I heard that.
I'll say, and I will specify specifically to my situation, I'm glad my wife don't nag, to be completely honest with you. I'm glad my wife don't nag. So I have been in situations where chicks I've been with have nagged.
Right.
And I'm glad mine does not.
Can you clarify nagging to me?
It's that constant that's nagging to me. Like if you asking me a question, and you asking me to do something, I got you. But if you got to ask me something and go on and on, and I'm like, shut up. That to me is nagging.
Right.
Okay.
That to me is nagging. And like you said, nagging to me has a negative connotation to it. The word nagging has a negative connotation to it. If you are trying to simply clarify what you're trying to say, as you kindly put it, then you're not nagging because you're just clarifying. But if you're nagging, you know you're nagging because you're intentionally doing it. You're sitting there going, okay, I'm going to do this to get on his nerves, to get him to do what I want him to do when I want him to do it. So you know you nagging. Thus,
you just said something.
That's why we feel you are nagging, because you know you are nagging. If you are simply just saying what you have to say and are trying to clarify what you have to say, then the nagging is not a part of your conversation or your communication to me.
Because what you say about
communication is key.
Yeah,
communication is key. Because if you're nagging, that's a whole different level. But if you want to just clarify, it's easy to put into words whatever you want to say.
Thank you.
And get it over in a nice, calm, respectful way.
Right.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
All right.
My mom always said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it. Exactly. And even when you say it. Now, if I'm in the middle of a game or I'm in the middle of doing something and you decide that you want to come around and say literally what you told me 5 minutes ago, hey babe, can you take this, can you grab this for me right quick? Yeah, I got you. Let me get to commercial. You come back around 2 minutes later talking about, hey babe, I thought I asked you to get that. I just said, can you wait to commercial? Well, just give me 5 minutes. And you come back around, well, I haven't, and then, now you done got to nagging because you done,
right.
Yeah, so
get that commercial.
So here it is. Here's where I see it at. It's two major things that's going on, ladies. First of all, the question is, why do you feel women are nagging when they are simply trying to clarify? First of all, if you want to make something simple and clear, say it direct.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's in a question form of something that ain't got anything. Okay, most of the time, y'all want us to figure out what you're talking about.
Yes.
You want us to figure out what you're talking about. And then if you do say something direct, you'll say, hey, can you, when you go to the store, can you pick up some so-and-so? And I say, yeah. Well, you ain't tell me you need it in the next 15 minutes. You ain't tell me a timeline. See, women, y'all need to learn SMART goals. Y'all need to simplify it, man. You need it needs to be measurable. Man, I'm telling you. So check this out. Here's something that happens to me all the time. Hey, I need you to do something. Okay, cool. I'll do it. Gotcha. But what you said, if it ain't on your timeline, you figure I ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if you come right out and say, hey, babe, I need this in the next 15, 20 minutes. Cool. Got you. If I ain't got you, I ain't got you.
I'll let you know.
I bet you know. Exactly.
And so y'all think so when you keep coming at us, hey, you still going to the store? Yeah, I'm going. I wasn't planning on going to the store till after the game or halftime.
Exactly.
So the thing is, when we don't do it when you want us to do it, and when we don't do it how you want us to do it, yeah, we get upset. Because it's like, hold up, didn't I tell you? Because what I feel is that you don't trust me.
Yeah.
You don't trust me to do it the right way or do a good job.
Or you don't give me the opportunity to do it when I'm going to do it.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's so nagging is, again, the whole negative, you know when you're nagging. So if you know when you're nagging, why do it if you were just simply trying to clarify? Give us the opportunity. Trust us to do exactly what you want us to do when we get around to doing it.
Case in point, I'm going to use a real live situation that just happened.
Okay.
We at the Super Bowl party. Talking big homie. I tell him about the show. He says, all right, I might come through. I say, cool. That's it. I ain't finna call big homie up again. Hey, man, you coming through? You gonna do the show? Guess what he do? He know I told him about the show. He know what we talked about. Guess what he does? Hey, we doing the show tonight? And guess what? He follows through. Did I have to nag you?
Nope.
Did I have to call you?
Yes. There it is.
He told me what he was gonna do. I let him ride with it. Now, if this has been a woman, she probably texts you 8 times a day. Hey, we still going out tonight? Where we going?
What time you come through?
Yeah. Whoa. Didn't I tell you we was going to do that? Mm-hmm. And here's another thing. It's not that you're nagging women. It's that you really don't want a man to surprise you and be that charming guy for you.
Oh.
And I'm being very honest.
Go ahead and unpack this, man. We're going to use some therapeutic words and unpack this.
Because, see, in a lot of things, what they do is that y'all ask too many things from us because you got to know every inch of every situation. Ladies, you talk to your man like he your girlfriend that you talk to every day. Your girl that you know she want to know all the details. She want to know what color shoestrings you had on. She want to know what type of belt. She want to know, hey, how much nail polish came off. Did 50% come off? It was a good polish. It wasn't a good polish. She want to know that. Man want to know, are you ready? That's it. I don't care about the preparation. I don't care about all that. So here's another thing. Y'all get into this thing of you want to know every detail of every situation, and you just got to be in the know. You got to know everything. Let the man be. Ask him a question, leave him alone, and let him go with it.
Okay. I'm going to go with my man Jarrell said something. He said communication is key. Communication is key. And that's why I said I don't believe that my wife honestly nags me. Because we've gotten to the point where we communicate with one another, and she knows how to say what she needs to say effectively, so she doesn't have to say it 50 times. Okay. She knows how to say, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and do it at this point in time. Or I know based on how she's telling me or when she's telling me that certain stuff needs to be done or whatever the case may be. So she doesn't have to nag me. It's all about communication.
Direct.
I like what you said. I need a timeline.
Yeah,
I need a timeline, and that's key.
I do too.
I need a timeline. If my girl asks me to do something, and it don't have a timeline, and I'm already doing something, I'm watching something, whatever it is, but it's not an immediate need. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take my time. Yeah, but then she'll go over there and do it herself.
She's mad. She's mad.
I didn't told him to clean up this.
She's mad, but she'll just go do it herself. Well, since you ain't want to do it, I'll do it myself.
And it's not the fact that you ain't want to do it.
Right. It's just I need time. If you need it done in 5 minutes, but hey, can you get this done in like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I got you.
Otherwise, it's gonna get done later.
I got you.
Yeah, man. So just be direct, ladies. Just be direct. We deal in a different type of language that y'all deal with y'all homegirls with. We don't need to know all that.
Thank you.
You know,
I think that's what y'all need to understand. So to answer this question, why do men feel like women are nagging when they're actually simply trying to clarify? You said it just perfect. We deal in a different type of language than y'all specifically deal with.
Yep.
Speak in the language in which we're asking you to, that which we understand, in which we're asking you to. Not one that you think we understand.
Let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
I'm gonna reverse it a little bit.
Okay.
Do you think we speak in their language?
Oh no,
not all the time. No, I try to sometimes, but sometimes.
Yeah, I try. I can't say I do it all the time. I can't say I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I can't say I do it all the time. And hey man, you been coming on here with all this.
Somebody gonna ask that question. Well, y'all ain't speaking in our language. Only I speak in yours.
This man cave, man. This man cave. We bears. We bears on here.
I will say that to bring it back to personal, my wife, I have heard her say before that, she knows how I think, and so she knows to approach it a certain way, and I respect that. It's really cool, and so that takes away the nag.
Yeah, it's communication, man.
Yeah, and I can't say that was a good question though. Yeah, we always don't speak in their language. I think we speak more in a direct language than they do. A lot of times.
Heck yeah, where you want to go to eat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask the Purdue where you want to go eat. Let's go to Chili's. Okay. He can tell you directly where he want to go to eat. Ask a woman where she want to go.
And what he want. And what he want.
Right.
Yeah. We speak in different languages. So understand that your language is different to us. So speak in the language in which we are understanding, and you would have what you need when you want it and how you want it.
Right.
Because we are, like you said, we're direct, speak direct. Do X, Y, and Z at X, Y, and Z time, and we'll be like, bet or nah, I can't do it.
You know what I hate though? This I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot the lady's name.
She never gave her name, but go ahead.
Oh, she never gave her name. I ain't talking to her anyway. Then.
In general.
In general. And the thing about ladies, stop asking so many questions to say one thing. Like for instance, what I hate is when you ask me a question, you give me the answer, then ask me another question, you give me another scenario, and then you waiting on me, and I'm like, hold on, I'm still on the very first question you asked.
Right.
I'm on question number 1.
Yeah.
You know, they'll go into stuff and then they start giving scenarios about why this happened, why that happened. I'm like, hold up, you asked me a question. Stop right there with the first question.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie, if you're anything like me, I'm like a little kid. My attention span is that of a 4-year-old. Mm-hmm. I'm still stuck on one. If you go on to something else, I'm still trying to catch up, and I'm going, okay, keep number 1 in mind. Keep number 1 in mind.
Yeah, I'm not even listening.
I'm still on question number 1. I'm still on the first question. I'm like,
and she go, what about the rest of my?
Then you gonna get that. You ain't listening to nothing I'm saying.
I'm like, right? No, you asked me 5 questions, and I just lost track of which one. I'm only on number 1, and I think I got number 2.
You just gave me a tongue lashing of questions that. I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, hey, I mean, try typing that into a computer. Try typing in Google all the questions in Google. Google gonna give you feedback. What's that old thing? Syntax error or something like that.
Syntax error.
I don't understand your question. Which one do you want? It's gonna be plus. All
don't get mad at me and go, excuse me, can I get a sheet of paper? Because I want to make sure I write these down so I don't forget exactly what you asking me.
Exactly. So that is the part that we need help with. Just say it direct and stop. Don't ask us a question, then give us an answer or give us a scenario to how you want us to answer. Just ask us a question. Let us be free to answer it. And I'm pretty sure, we look at it. We can get the argument started a lot quicker. Instead of, you can waste all your breath and now you mad because I don't understand what you're talking about. I stopped understanding after question 3.
Exactly. So hopefully that answers your question as to why do men feel women are nagging when you just trying to simply clarify. Obviously, it ain't that simple.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've answered your question. Ladies, like I said before, if you got any questions that you want us to answer, we're going to give it to you raw. We're going to give it to you dirty. So be prepared for us to answer. Go ahead and send your questions in to Man Cave at info at
we ain't gave nobody raw and dirty so long.
Info at re-tv.net. Info at re-tv.net. Send your questions in. We ready for y'all.
I like that Lakers shirt you got on, bro.
Yeah, man. This week, this has been a tough time for a lot of people, especially in the Lakers organization. And not that y'all been losing, but you had the loss of your boy Kobe.
Yeah, man. I've been a Lakers fan. I go back to the '80s, man. I go back to Showtime with Magic, Kareem, Worthy. That's my team. But yeah, man. It's a tough thing, man. It's a tough thing. Fellas, get your stuff together, man. I don't care what type of situation you in, man. Whether it be married, you a baby daddy, you a deadbeat daddy, you a committed man, you boyfriend, hell, some of y'all girlfriends, but whatever you in, whatever you doing, man, get your stuff together, man. And one thing that that I look at this situation is, man, how people remember you, man, how people are going to say your name when you're gone from this earth, man.
Legacy.
So, Kobe had his situations, but for the most part, man, hey.
He's a stand-up dude.
He stand up. He did his thing, and you want to make sure. One is a quote. I said I used to live by. It says, "Life is like a movie. make sure yours is worth watching.
Like a box of chocolates.
That's what I thought he was getting ready to say.
How you gonna mess my quote up, man? with Forrest Gump, man.
I thought he was going to say life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Now you done messed somebody's life up with that bull crap, man. I had some real serious stuff, man. And then you gonna come back with some Forrest Gump.
Go ahead and take quote.
Man, I ain't saying it no more. Man.
What you got, Black?
I ain't saying it. But no, man. It's life is like a movie, man. Make sure yours is worth watching.
Yeah.
And make sure somebody want to watch your movie about your life, man. And I don't like to talk about stuff like this, but hey, man, do the right thing, man. Get out there. Make an impact on somebody, man.
You never know.
You never know. You don't know what you got.
This whole I ain't gonna lie. This whole Kobe thing took me it hit me a little bit different than any other celebrity that usually celebrities die every day, every year. It's usually, especially within the first 6 months of the year. To me, it seems like a whole slew of them just died for some reason.
Hey, man, you know what? Everybody's a celebrity, man.
Yeah.
Everybody on earth's celebrity. Because I tell you one thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't care. No matter who you are, man, you a celebrity to somebody, man. Yeah. Somebody thinks that you are the world. So I want people to understand you don't have to be known by everybody, but you got to be significant to somebody.
I'm going to keep that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was deep.
You got to be significant to somebody, man, in your life. And those people, you are those people celebrities. And, it's other people that perished on that plane too. And not only just on that plane, on that day.
On that day. Yeah.
There were over 1,000 deaths.
Yeah. And they meant just as much to somebody as Kobe meant to the group of people in which, that mourned his death.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kobe's stage was a lot broader, though. Kobe's stage, he affected a lot more people because, and I had this conversation with somebody, Kobe's legacy, I don't want to say his legacy, but his effect on people went so far beyond because of who he was. Mm-hmm. He was that Mamba to somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was that perfect, NBA player to somebody. Mm-hmm. To somebody else, he was a great family man because he sure turned a lot of things around with the family. Right. Mm-hmm. He had his situations and they made it work. Yep. They still stuck with it. So he having that bigger stage, being a celebrity on a whole, I understand that everybody's a celebrity and I like that. But Kobe was more. He I don't want to say more than a celebrity, but he affected so many more people because of his stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot more people knew him than other people, man. And I'm a Kobe fan, man. Hey, I'm a Kobe fan, but see, I just know there is, life. It ain't but two things. I had my college coach, man, Joe Teller. He was inducted into the NCAA Hall of Fame, man. But he has this thing he talks about. He says you got a born date, you got an end date, and then you got a dash. You can't control your born date. You can't control your end date. But what you can control is that dash. And that dash in the middle is how you affect the people that come in contact with you on a daily basis. And we all can do that, man. So all I'm saying is this, man. Hey, we all gonna face that no matter how we want to. It could be a plane ride, man. It could be in your sleep. We all gonna face that one day. But while we are living, kicking and breathing, hey man, let's make a difference in somebody else like other than ours. Yeah. That's why I say Kobe did, man, because he reached out, man. Like it was just recent. I forget the cat name, man, but Kobe was on the sideline, and I guess the dude was he spoke to the dude in his own country language. Dude turned around,
whatever.
Yeah, the dude from
number 77.
And he was like, he turned around thinking it was gonna be
the Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks.
Duke and Logic. What's his name? The boy that's bald.
Yeah,
balling boy. He bald.
He be doing his thing.
Yeah. He spoke to him in his language.
Yeah, in Russian or whatever it was. Russian. I don't know his Russian. Don't quote me on that. But whatever his language was, Kobe said something to him. He turned around like, who is this talking to me in my language? And it's Kobe.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And so the guy, he spoke, so many things, man. It wasn't that negative. He said to him, I don't think I was like, hey, man, you need to, square up, do something, blah, blah, blah. He's looking, who's trying to coach me? But yeah, man, hey, that's the thing, man. When you can impart any talent you have to help somebody else, that's why you got talent. Talent ain't what you do for you.
Yeah, that's the reason God put us on this earth, to be bigger than what we think we are, to make that impact into the lives of those we surround ourselves with, whether it be our kids, whether it be our co-workers, whether it be, he put us on this earth to make that impact, not just for ourselves, to make it a difference.
To make a difference.
And just to bring that back, his daughter Gigi, in her life, and in death, he was very important. He stood by, he was trying to bring her up. I didn't realize how tall she was.
Oh yeah,
I saw a picture.
She was 13, so
she was 13. She was like up here, past the shoulder, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he helped coin that whole hashtag. What girl dad, something like that. Mm-hmm. Girl dad. Yeah, I mean, I think it's real important. Like I said, to the impact that we have, especially if you're privileged enough to be a father. Mm-hmm. Man, because I can tell you now, being a father is not easy, especially being in a spotlight like Kobe was.
Right.
I mean, think about it. So he came out of high school, went into the league, got married, had the whole, Colorado scandal, this, that, and the third, but then turned his life around to continue to be the dad he was. And he wasn't even known for that when he was playing. He was more so known for being the dad he was after he retired. Right. They were saying the impact that he had on his kids and not just his kids, but the kids that at the Mamba Center, at the Mamba Center, and even overseas and stuff like that, man. We, like you said, we have to make sure that we leave that legacy, that impact on our kids, the kids of our neighborhoods, the kids that that surround us. Because whether we know it or not, like you said, there are people looking up to us. Whether we, Charles Barkley said a long time ago, "Oh, I'm not a role model." How, Sway? How are you not a role model when you were on TV? At the time, he was a basketball player. How are you not a role model? People are looking up to you whether you believe it or whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
So if your actions say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, there's somebody looking at you going, yeah, you know what, I'm going to be like Charles Barkley when I grow up.
Well, I take that in two ways. For me, I respect Charles Barkley saying I'm not a role model, because it don't matter what you say you are. You are what you are, and the image that you portray, people will attach to it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now, I may not have wanted to be a role model, but guess what? Somebody is watching me.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Somebody's always watching, and it's just, I mean, as a school teacher, man, when I was, I had one of my principals. He told me, "Hey, son, do your job and stay out the newspaper." Mm-hmm. So when he said that to me, I said, you know what, man? I lived my life like everything I was going to do was going to be printed on the front page of the newspaper next morning.
Because your kids are watching, for starters, or somebody's watching.
Somebody always watching.
Yeah, somebody always watching.
Somebody always watching.
That's why I said everybody. That's why I said, everybody's a role model to somebody. Mm-hmm. You may not even know it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's watching.
The biggest thing, what made me realize that is when I had kids. And my oldest biological son told me he wanted my name. We was going to name him my name. We was going to name him Tyron Jr. But we wound up giving him a name, a whole different name. And then his middle name is my first and middle name. And then he obviously got my last name. And he was like, I want to change my name to your name. That's my first name. Well, he never got to change it, but we told him you can be whoever you want to be. Especially when you go into high school, people you can call yourself whatever the hell you want to call yourself. People gonna call you that, and that's when he goes by my name. Now he goes by Ty when he goes to school.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow, I never realized the impact that my son wants to be like me. But I can tell you now, this boy is giving me the blues.
You never whooped him, did you?
I whooped him. Not only did I whoop him, I made him do wall squats and everything else. Man.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right, though. That's all right.
Man, it is difficult. That's why I give props to, and that's why a lot of people don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what went on behind closed doors with Kobe and his daughter, and getting his daughter to be as great as a basketball player she was, and things like that.
Man, and
he got more daughters. He had 3 more daughters. You gotta be hard on your kids these days. To me, in my personal opinion, this generation of kids that we got, man, is just completely different than when we grew up. Completely. And I can't even necessarily put it all on kids. It's the parents too. The parents of us as parents are different than the parents that raised us, or grandparents that raised us. Yeah. We became soft.
Yeah, man.
We became soft. I think we letting them just do whatever, however, they can say whatever they want, they can do whatever they want. It's just this generation of kids.
I don't know about all that.
Hey, I tell you one thing. This is not a racist thing, but back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, that's some white stuff. Little Timmy can just cuss his mama out and say da 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 da." Man, I've seen black kids, Hispanic kids do the same thing nowadays. Cussing their mama out, cussing their daddy out.
I can tell you one thing. You ain't seen that in this house. That is not happening around here. Because I'm telling you right now, I wish one of my kids would. Man, what?
I wish them would.
I got in trouble one time. Mama called Uncle Randy. He called Uncle Charles. She called everybody.
Ooh,
they ain't play back then.
Hey, look,
but they don't do that. Like back then, but we don't do that nowadays.
I think, but you know what, man? I mean, I hear that, and the generation before us say the same thing about us. You know, they coming up, they got this. It ain't the same. It's never gonna be the same. But I do think that we need to instill the same principles of, you know, treating people, you know, better than they expect you to treat them.
Yeah.
You know, working and doing your honest job. You know, treat people how you want to be treated or better. I think that's it. That's it, man. And so the thing that kills me nowadays is the laws and rules. You know, when I was coming up, man, I played PAT basketball, all kinds of stuff, man. If you wasn't good, you wasn't getting no certificate, you wasn't getting no trophy. Hey, look, you ain't gonna play. Nowadays, you know, I can't tell you
participation trophy.
Yeah, you get
participation trophy. It's as big as the MVP trophy.
Yeah, I can't deal with that, man. And I think we need to be able to, and that's why I think that we are in society is where everything is supposed to be politically correct. You know, where you can't tell you can't say certain things to certain people, and you can't do certain things because that's offensive. Well, I tell you what, listen, y'all better not talk that bull crap to my kids, cause I done already called them all kinds of names.
Yeah,
I done already been the meanest dude that you can ever be.
But that's my thing. As a father, and I think we have 3 fathers at the table. As a father, I think that's our role and responsibility to be able. The Bible says, "Train up your child in the way in which they should go, so they do not depart from it." Right? I think as a father, that is our job to train them, whether it be to give them that tough love, give them that level of respect, that responsibility, or teach them those things, so that way when they get older, they have that stuff with them. A lot of our kids, I'll speak personally for myself. I had to have a serious conversation with myself about 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, yo, am I really doing my child a disservice by allowing him to get away and do with the things that he is getting away and doing with? I.e., for instance, my son, I take my son to work every day, just about every day. I pick him up from work almost every day. He got extracurricular stuff at school, and I pick him up, all stuff. That wasn't me. Like, when I grew up, it was like, okay, you have to take the initiative and have the drive to get up and go to work. You got to figure out how to get there, how to get back. Use your own money to do this, that, and the third. My son's looking at me and going, "Dad, can you take me to work?" It's like it's my responsibility to take him to work. It's my responsibility to do the things. And I'm like, okay, am I doing him a disservice? Because now he's going to feel like he's entitled as a child and grow up into an adult and feel the same thing. He's entitled as an adult to do things that, you know, that are not, he shouldn't feel entitled to. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have the entitlement thing over my head where I felt entitled growing up. I felt like I had to work for stuff. I felt like I had to earn stuff. I felt like I had to use my own money to do the things that I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I couldn't just go to my mom and go to my father just that easily.
Okay. Man, okay. I don't want your son to be mad at me, man. You smacking.
No, he said smack.
But hey, look, hey, young man, you need a little smacking, man. You need to walk to work one day.
Yeah, and that's my thing.
You need to ride the bus to work one day.
I gotta get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to make sure you get to work. Nah, ninja, take the Uber, take a Lyft. Use your money to do what you need to be doing as an adult. Because I can't do this when you go off to college. I can't, and I mean to the point where I think that as I watch him grow up, I'm like, am I enabling him to become lazy? Am I enabling him as a father? To be dependent upon him.
Okay, well
that's a good question.
All right, let's go into. Let me put on my Dr. Phil hat.
Okay.
Were you? So how do you see as a difference how you raising him than how your father raised you?
Yeah, yes. I do.
What's the difference?
The difference is that tough love. That tough love isn't there as the way my father gave it to me.
Why you think? What do you feel that you can't give him tough love?
Oh no, I can give him tough love, and I do. That's why I say I had to look at myself to go, yo, what are you doing? You need to change because the way you're doing this, because you're enabling him. You're not preparing him for the future.
Why don't you do this? Put him in a position where he got to think for himself and just see how he react. You still gonna be there,
exactly.
But you still gonna be there. But you gonna see what he do. And
I was watching an episode of Blackish the other day, and they had the same thing where they felt like the kids was entitled and they wouldn't go out. They live in a nice posh neighborhood, but the kids wouldn't. You know, they were so stuck to mom and dad doing everything for them that they wouldn't go do anything for themselves. So they gave them $20 and said, "Hey, go out and don't come back for 3 hours, and I need a story when you come back." So when they went out and they went and grabbed something to eat, and then they was like, "Oh, we need a story, so let's go do something." They took the city bus. They took the city bus down to Hollywood, came back, and they went to some ghetto neighborhood, came back, But little did they know, mom and dad was sitting there watching them, because now we got technology. They was watching them on the app.
We got that.
They was watching them on the app, and they was like, "Oh, they went into they went into such neighborhood. Do we need to get up and go get them? Oh man, nope. Let them go. See if they can fend for themselves." Okay. And see what happened. Mm-hmm. Look, they came back perfectly fine. They was like, "Oh shoot, we actually enjoyed ourselves out, fending for ourselves. Now we know what to do."
I just got the mentality, man. I mean, that's how my parents did me. Now my mom, she was a hustler. She wanted to make sure I was safe and all that. But for the most part, man, they ain't give a damn about what happened to me. Hey, look, man. In 1993. My mama and dad had put me in a 1969 Chevelle that we had just put an engine in. It sent me 700 miles from Alabama to Virginia. I'm telling you, I know they were scared because my dad. That was the first time my dad had ever. When I woke up that morning, my dad already was gone. He was going to work. In my wallet, he put a $50 bill in my wallet and a sticky note. And I don't know where the hell he got sticky notes from, because we ain't got no sticky notes in our house. A sticky note, and it ain't had nothing on it but "I love you." That was it. I knew he was scared. My dad ain't never did that. And man, I'm telling you right there, man, I kept that note, and I don't know what happened to that note. I am so mad. I still think I got it somewhere, but it was just, it wasn't no name, it wasn't no nothing. It was just a $50 bill with a sticky note on it said "I love you" inside my wallet.
But is that because you still got the 50? You got the 50. Is that because he prepared you for that trip that you was about to make? He knew, he instilled in you in them 18, 19, whatever many years.
No, he didn't. He didn't know he did. He didn't know he did. That's why he was scared.
Gotcha.
You never know. You don't know. And what do you know? You listen.
That's what
we don't know nothing. Kobe didn't know what was gonna happen to him that morning.
Yeah. Right.
He does that every day. It ain't like, wow, man, he on that helicopter. That was his mode of transportation. He does that all the time.
Yeah.
His wife wasn't worried when he walked out that house like, I'll never see you again. She was like, all right, I'll holler at you when you get back. What time the game over with? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going to Michi's restaurant after this at 9 o'clock at night when you get back. Mm-hmm. They had plans, man.
Yeah.
We don't know what the future holds for us, man. That's why we can't control that, and that's why I love that thing about the dash. Control what we can, man. Mm-hmm. Love on them. Love your people, man. Talk to your folks, man. You got homeboys, homegirls, people you may have did something bad to in the past, or people that did something bad to you. You know, man. Forgive them, man. Let it go. Let it go, man. Let it go and keep it moving, man.
Don't forget though.
What's that?
You ain't got.
Don't forget though.
No, yeah, you right.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Don't forget. But let it go. Yeah. Let it go.
But I had an estranged.
Hold on, wait a minute now. When you say estranged, I start thinking about stop. Block him. I'd rather talk about strip club. Let's go to the club. The tip grill.
Put your Dr. Phil hat back.
He said estranged. Well, that is a serious word. When you say estranged, I get scared when people talk like that.
You know, my dad.
I ain't got to do this.
He was real strict. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't prepared for the strict that came from him. Mm-hmm. That wasn't me. So he lost me. You know, for all of my teenager years, I didn't come back around and realize where he was coming from until probably my early mid-20s. Mm-hmm. And then I respected him.
Gotcha.
You know, but he lost me for those years. Mm-hmm. So when I approach my teenage sons now, I don't want to say I'm not strict, but at the same time, I give them a lot more freedoms than I had. Mm-hmm. I give them a lot more say. I give them a lot more, I'll say responsibility, because with great freedom comes, you know, responsibility. You know, so I give that to them because I don't want to lose them. I feel like in this day and age, especially now, you know, black boys, teenagers, they're looked at as men out there. You know, when they step out my door.
You're right about that. Yeah.
And the size they are right now, they both 6 footers. So, I mean.
Hold up, man. Why you got to say that around me?
Hey.
Well, I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody calling you insecure about your height, sir.
Right. I'm just saying, when they walk out that door, they looked at like grown men.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
You know, and not just grown men, but grown black men. So they looked at negatively by a lot of folks.
Right.
You know, and I want to make sure that I don't lose them.
Understand. But it's also your responsibility as a father to make sure they're prepared to be able to handle themselves and know that they should not feel like they are an intimidating person because of their stature and their color.
You gotta, man. But you gotta let them. Me being younger, you gotta. I think like you said, you still gotta be strict. It's a fine line between strict and kind of letting them go. But like eventually we were talking about, give them scenarios to do. Give them responsibility. See how they take on that responsibility. See what happens out of that responsibility, and then you'll feel more confident as. Anybody will feel more confident as a child. See, I don't have none, but I know you'll feel more confident as you just keep venturing out.
Yeah. But you know what? But you're hold on, man, speak on this, man. I mean, I know your pops, man. Yeah. I know your pops. Your dad that took care of me. Hell, I used to live with y'all. Mm-hmm. You know. I just got much respect for Big Unc, man. Big Unc, he took care of me, and I see how he raised. I mean, for those of y'all who don't know, this is my cousin. This is my first cousin. His daddy and my daddy is brothers. My dad is his daddy, big brother. And so his daddy, when I was in college, and he was, you was like a young cat, man. He used to take you around the campus and stuff, take you football games and stuff, man. Mm-hmm. But talk about that. how the relationship, because I know Unc took care of me like I was his son. So how do you
He gave me responsibilities. It was pretty much that. My responsibilities was, because he was in the Navy, was my little sisters. So, and I had my little sisters and my mama, and I was the only man there. So I had to. I was still young, but I had to still kind of. He always tell me, "Hey, Red, watch over the house."
And he meant that shit.
He meant it.
He meant that.
Red,
he
watch
meant
over
that.
the house. And he meant it, and that's what we had to do. So I would always take care of them. Like they were my responsibility. Them two, they were my responsibility.
Yeah.
So I always had to watch out for them, and just things of that nature. But
he instilled that in you.
I was about to say, so he prepared you and instilled that to know that I can trust Jarrell when I leave his house to make sure he looks over his mom and his sister.
But the thing is, the point is, I think what he said something so key is, you as a father, you have to appoint responsibility in your children.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be that you got to look up. Now, my son, look, man, I used to travel a lot. I used to travel across the country doing, my other job. But let me tell you something, man. When I left the house, I would walk in my son's room. I don't care if he sleep. I'm waking him up. I'm leaving.
So let him know.
You are me. Now, I ain't say he had no response. I said, you are me. And you better be better. That's it. Oh, that's what I tell. I tell him this: you are me, but you better be better. That's it. That's it. I ain't never told him, watch after your sister, watch after your mama. Here's what I do know: I have to provide that example. When I say you are me, I expect you to do everything I do, but do it better.
Okay.
But if I can charge him with that, I got to be standing up doing what I got to do. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You can't say that when you're a punk ass dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be there.
Yeah.
You got to really be there and do that.
Exactly.
So that's how I see that, man. We just give them, just charge them with their responsibility and let them get it, man. I feel you, man. Like, we got apps and stuff. I mean, my son, he just started driving, man. I gave him a car, man. And he drives his own car, man. But I tell you, I got this app, man. I can see where he going.
Exactly.
How fast he going.
You still in? Yeah. Life 360.
Man.
Yeah. I got it for my kids, and my kids don't need to
I'm telling you, that's the only endorsement we'll do on this show for free. Is if you got kids and family, get Life 360 app. I'm telling you.
You put me onto that. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I see where my kids are at all, because it comes in handy no matter where your kids are.
And lets them know when they get home.
I'm so happy Life 360 didn't exist when I was out there.
Man.
Because I was a different child.
Man, I'm a different child than what my son is. I'm telling you, man, my son, oh my God, man.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I had to ask my son one day, yo, this says you wasn't at school. Where was you? I had a doctor's appointment. Let me call your mama right quick. Make sure you actually had a doctor's appointment, because this said you was at somebody's house. Yo, Life 360 come in handy, buddy. I'm telling you.
If I was growing up, my Life 360, why is you bouncing up and down so much? This thing just keep jumping up and down. What is wrong with you?
You had sugar in your system. That's what we're gonna say. You had sugar in your system.
Oh man.
Hey, you're crazy. But man, I mean, it's being a parent. I mean, it's hard. It's hard work, and sometimes I have to question. Like I said, I have to question myself to make sure I'm doing or not doing my kids a disservice by enabling them to be lazy, enabling them and not giving them the responsibility, like you were saying, to do the things that they need to do in order to be successful people in this world. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It is. It's hard.
Hey man, if you got answers to what we talking about, fellas, women, hey, send your question.
Women got answers now.
Man, you know what? They ain't got no answers. They nagging. They gonna nag that little boy out the house. He gonna get the hell out of there. I got to go like I did. I was 17 years old. I said I can't stay here no more.
I done seen some nagging where some people I'd be like, I don't know how you do that.
Right. Yo, that's your lady, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, this is a true story, man. One time I was wrong. I was real wrong, but I had a girlfriend come home with me to Alabama, man, and somehow my little brother got drunk because he was hanging with us, and we dropped him off at the house. Man, my mama cussed me out. Poor little girl, man. She cussed her out. Told her, you can't stay at my house. Get the hell out. And she told me I couldn't stay there either. Wow. And I was like, man, I know this. I got to go, man. Ain't no way I can come back. That's why I never stayed at the house. I had to go, man. That was some serious stuff, man.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man.
Bella, let's get into this man law.
Okay.
All right. So man law for the day. Who got man law for the day?
Man law.
Okay.
All right. So, question was brought up. If your boy brings a chick around, but you done had some intimate relationships with this chick, should you tell your boy?
Okay. So
we need to create a man law around it.
Your boy brings a chick around. He don't know that you know her, but you know, and she know that y'all know each other. Mm-hmm. Do you say something?
Yes.
And you better say it before she say it.
Yeah, got to.
Yes.
Man law. You must disclose any intimate details.
Now hold on.
Not details. Hold on. Let's take that back. Let's rewind.
Now I would do details. I was like, you really don't want this to be your girl, dog.
Hey, she still do that thing with her tongue. Real sloppy. Yeah, she still do that thing with her tongue, dog.
Do you know about toes, nose, and elbows? She ain't get toes, nose, and elbows. Oh, she don't like you. But anyway, look, man. And you know, if it's intimate, I mean, I've been in this situation a couple of times. It didn't happen to me, and I didn't been on the side, other side. Actually, them dudes from California, having these cats from California, man. I had a dude, man. Me and this chick, man. We was we was cool. We was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so we had a little session one night. We was all messed up, my young days, man. And I went to the bathroom. I ain't never come out. I was done. I woke up next morning on the toilet.
Oh. Would you like to elaborate this, sir? Because would you like to let us know why you woke up on the toilet?
Oh man, I couldn't make it, man. I had a little too much clear liquid. I was a little inebriated, and it was just one of them things, man. And then I woke up the next morning. I went to talk to my boy, and he was like, "Yo, what happened to you last night?" I said, "Man, I don't know, man. I was messed up." He said, "Well, I need to let you know, your girl was hot."
Oh,
and I took care of that for you.
Oh, wait.
But he did. He said like he did me a favor.
Wait though. You said like, hey, at that point, I don't know, dog. I might have to approach my boy and go, yo, that's disrespectful.
It depends on what she is to you.
Right.
It just depends. Right. It just depends. That situation depends. So if she want nothing, then I mean,
so here's the deal. We had two chicks. We had two chicks. All right, all of us together. So I guess the chick he was with was with something. She left. She had to go. I went to the bathroom. I was comatose. Next thing you know, I wake up next morning, go holler at my boy. He tells me this what happened, and I was like,
she was looking for you. She couldn't find you, so I had to go ahead and take care of her needs.
And I was like, you mess with my emotions. I was like, big worm up in there. But then I said, hey, you know what? It is what it is, man. Okay. You slipping on your pimping.
That's it.
Okay.
You slipping on your pimping. Just like I told, last week with the Kansas fight.
Mm-hmm.
The dude that got knocked down didn't get up and try to fight back.
That's right.
So why should everybody run here trying to fight for this dude? He ain't fighting for himself. If you catch me slipping, then hey, I'm gonna put it like this: she ain't for you, she for the game. That's the name of it. I'm just sorry.
But you gotta let your man know.
Belong to the streets.
Hey, belong to the streets. Hey, don't save her because she don't want to be saved.
Hey, she don't want to. So why I'm gonna get mad at my homie for? Why I'm gonna get mad at my homie for? Now, and on the same note, it's been situations where I have seen another chick that I, been like, hey, yo, dog, hey, you need to recalibrate your feelings for this one.
And that's the thing. So if you see your homeboy and your homeboy say, yo, I got this chick I want to introduce you to. I'm getting ready to wife her up. And you realize who she is. You go, oh, bro, let me put you
first of all, stop right there, man. What dude you know introduce a chick like that? Hey, I'm about to wipe her up.
Hey, oh, hey, we got into the time. But point is, man law, because the time is up.
Time is up,
but you got to disclose whether or not you have been with your boy's girl in intimate relations.
Yes.
Intimate relations mean you touch some private parts, you lick some private parts, your tongue touch some private parts, or her private parts touch yours. And her tongue, exclude everything. So if that was the case, you have to tell. But if it was like that attraction and nothing even popped off, like you gotta let it ride. Let it ride.
Yeah,
let it ride.
That's the man law.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
That's the man law.
But if you touched it,
you gotta let your boy know.
You gotta let your boy know.
Family, whoever it is, let them know.
If you touched her, let them know. If it was just a fantasy in your head, ain't nothing ever happened.
Cause ain't nothing happened.
Ain't nothing ever happened.
Cause I'm telling you right now. Hey, look, man, she told me you and her used to mess with each other. Man, I ain't never hit that.
Right.
That changes.
Well, she said she had feelings for you. Well, she ain't never tell me that.
That changes the rules completely. Cause ain't nothing that happened.
Ain't nothing happened. Hey, if I don't touch her, ain't nothing happened.
That's right.
Hey, all I could. Hey, she was more like a porno flick. I don't know. I seen it on TV.
So that's man law. Yo, it is the end of another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget you can check us here only on RETV. Jarrell, we appreciate you coming through, bro. As I always say, you are more than welcome to come through at any point in time. This is how we get down in the Man Cave each and every week here on RETV. Don't forget, download the app. Tell your friend to tell another friend to tell another friend to watch Millionaire M.A.N Cave on RETV. What's going on with you?
Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button on YouTube for RETV, because what we're gonna do?
Yes, we giving out shirts.
We're gonna give out.
Giving out shirts.
You can get your RETV shirts. These shirts are fly. They so fly that you might want to die. I'm telling you right now, you want one because everybody ain't got them. Only a few people get them, and if you got one, you're gonna be in the house.
All right. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.